So also the data sovereignty issue is emerging as a top priority for organizations globally, especially in Europe, as companies rethink where their operational data resides, which is very important to them and how they deal with regulations. Enterprises now actively question who controls their data, which is a good thing to do, and the associated risks of external access. In other words, they're concerned about controlling their data and make sure other people aren't able to control their data from outside the companies, like law enforcement organizations, things like that. So the European companies are focusing on avoiding compliance entanglements, like the U.S. Cloud Act, which raises concerns about government's access to sensitive business data stored by U.S. providers. So the scary thing for them is they don't control these law enforcement organizations. So if they're able to go into those cloud providers and look at their data, that's obviously going to be a risk. And they view that as unacceptable, and they should. Interest in European cloud providers and open source platforms such as Nextcloud and OpenStack is intensifying. So private clouds are coming back into vogue, as we talked about here on the show before, due to their sovereignty focused positioning. In other words, they're able to focus on a particular country. That's where they operate in, and they're going to support clients in that country. So choosing these sovereign alternatives ensures compliance with some of the EU data protection laws like GDPR, which foster trust and security across international business operations. So simple policies here. So in other words, they want to deal with sovereign cloud providers, people that are just operating a cloud platform in their own country, and they're going to get the benefits of leveraging a public cloud provider, but they're also going to deal with a provider who knows the laws and is able to purpose build a platform that's able to deal with the particular narrow requirements of operating in that particular European country, or any country for that matter. And so that's why we're seeing these come into vogue. Small cloud providers, and